Well, I think we all solve in all markets one key challenge right now. And I think there's a clear contrast between looking at what AI can do from a technical standpoint. I think everybody was really taken aback by some of the emergence of ChatGPT and realizing that, oh my God, human language is has been computed, and this is really hard to describe even a few years later. But I think there's a matching or a potential mismatch between what the technical apparatus can do, what we can achieve, and how we think about value. And I'll give you maybe a concrete example. In our market, we have software engineers. Of course, we sell to software engineers as well. There's coding agents that are, I think, incredibly effective. Not perfect, but very effective. And when I look at providers of coding agents, the price they ascribe to the value they provide still is very much up in the air. Right now, we pay $20 a month, let's say, for a license for a coding agent. You can also pay $200 a month, and it's supposed to be better. And at some point, you wonder, well, should I pay $2,000 a month or $20,000 a month if it's really that good? And I think the fact that all of us don't have a good answer to that very basic question, how valuable is it truly? I think that's the key challenge of the next couple of years. I don't doubt that the technical advances will be there and will solve a bunch of problems. We've heard today, I think, of spatial intelligence and agents and so on. I think what we hear from people who are immersed in it is that these are tractable problems. But I think the problem of ascribing value to what they offer, that's not solved yet. I hope that in the next 2-3 years we'll get there.
I think with Pigment, we really want to revolutionize the way people take decisions at scale. And I do think that it will happen through probably two different things. The first one is the opportunity of this agents-to-agents collaboration that will reshape the entire economy. What I mean by that is that the agent-to-agent collaboration, now we really allow a company not to work in silos. So if you think about the old way of doing things in planning and performance management, people had siloed data from ERP to their CRM to Excel spreadsheets that are clunky and a little bit everywhere in the company. Now with agents, with this agents-to-agent protocol or using MCP servers, etc., what we'll be able to do is now to have everybody collaborating together. From, for instance, using your Salesforce data connected to your planner agent, so really knowing real-time what's happening with Salesforce, connecting that with third-party data to understand, oh, okay, actually, this is what's happening, the benchmark in the industry, being able to have real-time view of the macroeconomic shift. We've seen a lot of volatility recently in the macroeconomic environment between tariff, inflation, supply chain shortage. Now you can get that in real time in the platform. This is absolutely massive. The second one, I think, is going to be around the specialization of agents and obviously how they're all going to work together. So imagine when the planner agent can now ping an analyst agent, for instance, and imagine that the analyst agent has found that there is something different in the forecast of your sales. Now, because you get that, now automatically the modeler agent will be able to reforecast something and say, oh, actually, because of that, maybe you need to hire someone or you need to work on your cost here, on your margin. And then that would trigger another agent that is going to work on the execution. And now you can have a closed loop of you do your analysis, you understand exactly what's happening, you understand the macroeconomic condition. The modeler agent can help you reshape the future of what your decisions should be, give you ideas on your decision, and help you execute on it. This is absolutely revolutionary. This is what we are trying to do at Pigment with literally all of our customers. We have customers like ServiceNow, Palo Alto Networks, Uber that are absolutely excited about that future. Think about Coca-Cola as well, for instance, matching demand and supply, working on the supply chain use case, doing exactly that. This is total revolution, and I could not be more excited about that.
3 years is a long time for this market. Let's say, I think behavior change is one of the things that's most top of mind. And I think in particular, we're going from a world where developers wrote 100% of their code to a world where developers will write essentially 0% of their code. And there's going to be a lot of behavior change associated with that. And I think figuring out a way to manage that behavior change that's still very developer first is going to be really important for us.
Best way I can frame this is, on a given week, a marketer might have like 5 or 6 ideas that are probably really good ideas. When they want to execute those ideas, it takes often hours and hours of like design agency work and creative work and like other marketing agency work. And so usually instead of executing all 6 of your ideas, you execute 1 at best, or maybe even less. In the future world, I would love for 2 things to change. 1, for a marketer to go from any idea they have to execution immediately, to be able to execute on all their ideas. And then additionally, to wake up every morning with brand new ideas that AI suggests. It's like, what if you woke up in the morning and you had 5 ideas in your inbox, and those 5 ideas were just ultra creative ideas for how you could improve your marketing, and you could simply say, this seems pretty good, change it in this way, and then launch it. And then the agent was doing that kind of work for you.